Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Mad Max on PC. We're going to jump straight into it, partially because, let me just check the settings very quickly. The volume is something that in particular we've been experimenting some with. I'm going to take it down another notch and we'll see how it goes. The volume seems to have a very wide range in this game that goes from very... what feels like a little bit too quiet and then to a little bit too loud. So we're continuing to tweak that a little bit as we go. Don't forget to build a project in a stronghold to activate it. Well, I don't think that we have very many of the pieces that we need to build those projects, but also... Oh. I stand corrected. Thank you, game. Before we move on, though, let me just get our chat window open. I hope everyone has had a wonderful few days. We had every expectation in the world of doing streams these last couple of days. We're recording this on a Monday. Every expectation of doing a stream on Saturday and Sunday of this last week. And, wait, this isn't where I go. No. What happened is some family stopped by, and one of the things that we talk a lot about here is that people should always understand that the most important thing is to take care of themselves in their real life. And one of the reasons that we emphasize that is because it comes up here. I can't even with hope right now.
We'll get food soon. They're too valuable to starve.
That still really bothers me. So anyway, this weekend was an example of... Oh, that's right. That's right. We got a... like a sulfur vent and so forth. So, build a workshop capable of filling Max's ammo belt at no cost. Let's do it. Really feel like I did this at the end of the previous episode, but I could be wrong. Max's ammo belt is automatically filled when entering the stronghold. Yes, we did that last time, because I remember seeing that notification. I am fine with it. We get to see this little animation, the passage of time. Oh, hello to Caroluna! And everybody raiding over. We might get some dialogue here, so I will join up with you right now. Hi, everyone. I hope that you guys had as much fun watching Caroluna's... Why am I about to say Project Winter? SnowRunner stream, as we did. Caroluna, you were also streaming this weekend, and Caroluna, let me say to you, and this would also go out for Patikin, Drienne, Mia, Samalander. I'm trying to think of who else we got a chance to watch this weekend. Tashir. All of you guys, it's really been a memorable few days, especially today, and it is difficult to overemphasize how welcome it is to have such great streams that we can watch. So for real, you guys, thank you so much. Hello to the Faye. Blame Carolina, it is all his fault. I agree. And also to Brian. Brian, I hope that you're having a great weekend and that you have custody of your car. I feel like it's been a few days since I've had a chance to catch up on that, but I hope that your car is available. Build a large oil storage unit capable of refueling the magnum opus at no cost. Fuel, I have to say, maybe this will... You know when fuel is going to be a much more of an issue? When we put on heavier armor, because my understanding based on what we've seen in the...
Don't flap to me, flap the gut gash.
Sorry, there's a lot of dialogue happening, or any dialogue at all. When we look at the car upgrades, I feel like as the car gets heavier, it's also going to consume more fuel, and that's when we will care about that. I do not want to select a different vehicle, but at the same time, I don't know what we're up to next. Where am I going, if anywhere? Well, hold on. We can see some projects there that we could do, or I could head out. There must be some story quest that's going to lure me out of here. Go see Griffa. You know what? I bet we've got some tokens to spend. Let's go see Griffa. Brian says no car yet. Brian, I'm curious what the... My understanding is that the original target was this past Friday.
I'd wager if we destroyed these unholy camps of the Scrotus hordes, they'd treat us like kings around here.
Oh, and hello to Innertooth. Yes, I mean, if many times what will happen is that I'm sort of reading comments as they come in, and sometimes forget to shout out the actual person, like, oh, hey, Innertooth. So, yeah, I hope that you are also having a great Monday, such as is possible. More importantly, I hope that you had a great weekend. I did see, was it you, Innertooth, you were also playing in, also, volume check. How do we feel about the volume as I'm sort of like thundering across the dunes here and talking at the same time? Innertooth, I believe that it's you who is also in Samalander's pen and paper role-playing game. And I hope that you had a lot of fun with that as well. I am not trying to fishtail all over the place. But yeah, Brian, my understanding is that it was supposed to be this past Friday that you were going to pick up the car. I hope that the delay is just to, like, I don't know, you know, clean it up, finish up any last-minute repair work or body work or anything else so that it is in as good condition as possible. Get around here. Probably straight ahead. Oh! I think somebody followed us up here.
Something I gotta do.
Do I remember the dodge button? I sure do. Hey, oh, look, they brought their whole party. Oh, there's so many guys here to greet. Hold on a second. How y'all doing? Wait, was that it? I did not think that was going to work as well as it did. I didn't even look at my health bar. You guys, bottom left. My health bar is still all the way full. Oh, I really want to pretend that was on purpose. And Carolina says, so far volume seems good. So they dropped a whole bunch of boomsticks. I didn't know that they were carrying that, but that's good. And oh, here's some scrap. All right. And we can see that I have 3 shotgun shells, whatevers, in the... Now, I'd love to blow this up in some way that's more efficient than just ramming it repeatedly with the car.
Oh, here it comes! A mighty duster!
Oh, not a mighty duster. Hold on, I just want to talk to Griffa for like a minute. So here's one thing that I'm deliberately walking away from that car. I want to see if that abandoned car is still there when I leave Griffa. I don't actually know what the despawn radius is for things like that, so I'm curious to see if we will still have access to that after we get back. If we do, I might drive it back to the garage.
The ones you leave dead by the road. All the lives choked out.
Not my choice to kill.
You seem to enjoy it.
Never.
You don't fear killing because you think you control it. You tell yourself such. Blood is not on your hands, but on theirs. Perhaps it's not the killing you enjoy, but the moments of silence the fighting brings you.
Oh yeah, 6 tokens. And so I feel like I have a lot of the things that I feel the most urgently about. So let's get more water. Let's get more... Oh, always more scrap. That should always be the very first thing. Sure, less fuel is good. I really want to get more use out of the melee weapons and longevity. I feel like that's... It's fine. It's fine. Confirm. Hello to Azaric. Hope everybody's Monday is going well, says Azaric. Yes, we will go with yes, because certainly it was much more on the high side than on the low side. Got a lot done. So this weekend we had family visiting, and mostly that took the form of my nephew stopping by and spending a good portion of the weekend, and so he got to hang out. He played a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn that we might talk about in a completely non-spoiler way. He also played a lot of Marvel's Spider-Man on the PlayStation. He really, really likes Spider-Man. Oh, and this is still here. Oh, wait, you know what's going to be more efficient than this? Hold on a second. All those boomsticks. They explode, right? The Fae says that greeting was hilarious. Had to clip it. Thank you so much for the clip. You should, by the way, if you choose to, be able to post the link in chat. There we go. Yep. Got it right there. Now, B, throw. Sure. Work a little bit on the aim. Let me see if I can line this up a little bit better. All right, straight ahead, and... yeah, okay, you know what? It's going to be faster just ramming it. Oh, I really want to upgrade the harpoon, too, because we're starting to venture into territories where the things are too tough for the current harpoon. And I think one more will get this done. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was one thing that well...
Oh, my angel, that was close. Be more careful next time. I beg of you.
Wasn't actually all that close. My nephew had absolutely no concept of it at all. He's never even heard of it, has no idea what it even is. So imagine his surprise when, while he was over and we were going to like have dinner and stuff, I threw on an episode of the brand new, newly released Netflix animated series, Masters of the Universe. And what was surprising to me about it was within about 20 minutes, he started sobbing inconsolably. And if you've seen it, you'd be like, what's going on? And it took a while to get him calmed down. We had to stop the episode, and he sort of went up to the bed, and he was like, you know, put his head down. And after we were able to sort of get him calmed down, my producer asked him, like, what's up? And he said, it's just so unfair that this series doesn't cater to the nostalgic whims of people in their 40s. Like, this should have more He-Man. Why isn't He-Man on the screen more often? He was so sad about it. And it really put into perspective all of the critiques that I've seen online about Masters of the Universe, a television series that is in... Oh, wait. Slow down. I need better brakes.
Oh,
But I have all the water. You guys, check it out. I have so much water. Stop. Water, please. Here. I should really take a sip. Look, it's not motor oil or salt.
Water? For me?
Picked clean, I reckon. But still worth a look.
I'll remember this.
I also decided to do a little hop there. No, so for anybody who hasn't seen it, Masters of the Universe is a... Wait, where am I? I'm here. And I don't want to do a death run. I honestly think that I couldn't possibly be less interested in it. Hello to Blobbity Blah! Blobbity Blah, I hope you had a great weekend. As a general rule, I have no interest in shouting down or diminishing the opinions that other people might have about a piece of entertainment, but the overall reaction that I have witnessed on Twitter in particular about a Masters of the Universe animated television series coming out in the year 2021 that isn't slavishly dedicated to memories of how awesome He-Man is, and He-Man's a really strong guy, and look how strong He-Man is very, very surprising to me. Like, really surprising to me, because there were two cartoons that mattered incredibly to me when I was growing up. And as Brian said, I like the 80s He-Man. Yes, so did I. Like, earnestly, in the 1980s, there were two television series that mattered a whole bunch to me. One was Transformers and one was He-Man, in reverse order. When I was a little bit younger, I was very into He-Man. When I grew up a little bit, just a little bit beyond that, I really got into Transformers. And here's the thing. I can remember how I felt about characters like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and Spike, the human child that hung out with them a whole bunch. How is this not the path to the... Hold on. I gotta figure this out, because I don't think this was supposed to be a puzzle. I can remember Megatron. I can remember Starscream. I can remember Soundwave. Like, I can remember these characters, and I can remember character attributes that they had. Maybe it is because I am too young, and I was too young, and I will completely own that. However, I cannot remember a single personality trait that He-Man had. I can remember things about Skeletor. I can remember things about Beastman. I can remember things about Evelyn, and I can probably remember things about like Man-at-Arms, for example. He-Man, total blank slate. Guy with muscles. So the idea that I, as an adult, would be upset that a new Masters of the Universe television series is not all about He-Man, the least interesting character in Masters of the Universe, according to my own imperfect memories. How much scrap was that? Hold on, because that was quite the journey to arrive at these love-making skeletons and just sort of a disease-soaked mattress. Yeah, they were super in love. They decided to commemorate their love by drawing 3 crude hearts on the wall in phosphorescent red, and that's it. Okay, the end. Surprise is no journal entry, but what do I know? Brian says, Shockwave, Blur, Jetfire. Yeah, like, I mean, so Blur and Jetfire I remember less of, unless Jetfire was the guy who definitely wasn't a ripoff of a Robotech character, but otherwise was an Autobot that turned into a jet. Is that who I'm thinking of? Oh, actually, Carolina says, same 2 for me, plus 1 more I can't pick the name from the top of my head. Oh, in terms of, like, 80s, was it... Here are my predictions, Carolina. Mask, which was a television series about people who drove transforming cars that were not robots, but had all sorts of hidden weaponry, like they were James Bond. It might have been Cops, fighting crime in a future time. Back to Cops. Let's see, what else was cool in the 80s? And that might have been early 90s, now that I think about it. Cops. I don't think I need... Oh, wait, but there's 2 scraps here. Oh, Carolina says, I guarantee that you don't get it. It may have been something from Carolina's home country. I don't... wait, should I do the convoy? I kind of feel like I should do the convoy, because the convoy is one of the things that's going to improve our rep, or lower our threat, however we want to say it. So, anyway, now that I've talked about all the reasons that I feel it's invalid to complain about He-Man, let's... Oh, and Azric says Thundercats I watched around him. Yeah, I love... So...
Such a mysterious force.
Hold on, I don't even know what this guy's talking about right now. I have to say that as a kid, I think that I like the idea of Thundercats more than the series itself. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that, like, I had trouble ever catching Thundercats when it was live. So it was one of those things that, like, my friends were really into it. But I wasn't as close to... But I really liked it as an idea. And I certainly knew Lion-O, like, Thundercats, ho! I always liked that part. I think everybody did. I don't know what blew that guy up. It wasn't me. So, Masters of the Universe, the brand new Netflix series. Without spoiling anything at all, I enjoyed it. Like, as a series that I watched with my age-appropriate nephew, it certainly held my interest. I thought that it was well written. I thought that it had a much higher emphasis on character development. Okay, I think I need to boost into the bumper. Okay, wait, hold on. I want to do that then. You speed up. I'll slow down. Okay, boost into the bumper to do a... Oh! It retracted at the same time. That is very fun. Oh, you know what I can do with these guys? That. Oh, that was not as impressive as the last time I did it. I think I missed. Brian says, big fan of Transformers. Yes. Oh, Caroluna's trying to remember the name. He thinks it was originally French. Shoot. Yes. There we go. I still got 2 shells left. You know what Masters of the Universe reminded me of? Has anybody here ever seen Beast Wars? Like actual Beast Wars, like the CGI, the early television CGI series that they did. Beast Wars was unique, I feel, among Transformers television series because it had a very, very high emphasis on running story arcs and character development, which are not things that I typically associate with toy-based children's entertainment, like children's, what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Let me slow down here, get these guys in front of me a little bit. But Beast Wars was a very interesting television series for me because, hold on a second, let me just see if we can get this lined up. Yeah!
She's in pain.
All right, hit that a few times. See if we can get this guy off our tail. Oh, I am about to have to get out. Oh, he's just suiciding me right now. Okay, fine. We'll solve it. Oh no, we won't.
I'll do some quick repairs.
All right, bye. So Beast Wars was interesting to me because it had this major focus on character development because the CGI was so crude and expensive that they couldn't afford to rig up any new character models. I read an interview about this in the years after it had come out. I need to upgrade his tools. Hold on a second. Can I do this? Repair speed. Nope. Actually, he is as fast as he can be. So I'm just waiting for that green bar down at the bottom right to go up. We'll catch up with the thing, a little bit later here.
On the horizon.
Caroluna says, Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Correct. I have never heard of that, Caroluna. I'm glad you liked it. I'd be interested to look it up. Although if it's French, like actually in French, I am unlikely to be able to understand much of what's happening. Let me see if I can latch on. No, level 4 harpoon. This isn't gonna mean anything. So Beast Wars was kind of accidentally good because any sort of action sequence that they wanted to do needed a lot more budget, so they had to be very sparing with when they decided to throw in a lot of pyrotechnics, and the characters were so expensive to design and rig that they had to spend a lot of time with a comparatively small cast of characters. So what they decided to fill their time was character development and lore development, and they did a lot of really interesting things, at least in the narrow field of an animated series designed for kids. And as a young adult at the time, I actually really enjoyed Beast Wars. I'm not sure that I would recommend it to friends, but it kept my interest for like the 22-minute runtime that it would do in the afternoon while I got up to being busy with other stuff. So that brings us back to Masters of the Universe. That reminds me of that. Now, why Masters of the Universe would choose to go with a high emphasis on, well, I'm not sure that high emphasis is correct, but where Masters of the Universe could easily decide to embrace its backstory as just an empty-headed children's cartoon designed to sell toys and have lots of like, cool vehicles and explosives and laser blasts. Yes, every episode has some action in it, but I was surprised by how much dialogue there was, and to be blunt, how much somber dialogue there was. There's a lot of characters connecting with one another, talking with one another about their motivations, what they're scared about, what they're hoping to achieve, how they feel about where they are and what's happening to the world that they're in. And that's cool. Like it didn't feel out of place for a children's show, but it held my interest as an adult. So again, I'm not sure that I want to enthusiastically recommend it to everybody watching this, but give it a shot. Watch a couple episodes. Understand that He-Man is not the central figure in this, and I feel like the series is better for it. And hello to Grumpy, by the way. We're just I'm just doing a spoiler-free review of Masters of the Universe, which is currently available on Netflix. And, by the way, Grumpy and iMoo to YouMoo 2 are both streamers here on Twitch and parents of kids directly in the target demographic. Check it out. Master of the Universe is pretty good. And hello to Centrifugal Force. Brian says, Eye of Thundara gives me sight beyond sight, Lion-O. Oh, is that one of the things that he says? I don't remember that particular line. And hello to Centrifugal Force. Force, I hope that you had a great weekend. I have not, there's a trap right there. I have not been as dialed into the world of Twitch as I would have, otherwise been, let's say. So, are there any, I'm always concerned about, like, dredging up topics that people may not want to raise themselves. However, Force, if you have an update on the job situation, I would love to know about it. Shiv, Punisher, go! Oh shit! I was not expecting that to come in. Okay, these guys are brawlier than I'm expecting at this point in the stream. Oh, whoops! This man has a shield, which I'm not. Oh, his shield meant nothing! I think I knocked his weapon way the hell over there. That is so exciting. Centrifugal Force says they scheduled an interview for tomorrow after I thought I bombed interview 2. Force, I am no... John Edwards? No, he talks to dead people. Who's a... I'm no psychic. I cannot think of the name of a single psychic because I hold them all in such low esteem. But I had a feeling that you did not do near as badly in that interview as might have been feared. I certainly know the feeling of being concerned that you haven't done as well as you could have. But best of luck on the interview. That is the most important thing. Focus on the next one. And trust your instincts. Thoroughly excited, says Force. Yeah, I am. So I will sort of round out on this topic. I feel like this is going to be the last thing that I say. I have in the past, for anybody who might be a newcomer to the stream, may not be aware of this, but on occasion it comes up that I am a big fan of established franchises or intellectual properties embracing the opportunity to do new things. You know, what if, just hypothetically, I don't know anything about the Mad Max universe, but like, what is like Paris, France doing in the world of Mad Max? Like, what used to be Paris? What's that like? Maybe that's been covered, and I have no idea. But my sense is that it's mostly sort of in the salty ice wasteland barrens around, like, I don't know, Australia, based on the accent that most of the people seem to have. So, like, I'm always like, well, what's happening elsewhere in the world? And in my opinion, one of the greatest missed opportunities in Fear the Walking Dead, here's a random topic change, was the ability to just, like, go somewhere completely different. Go to Europe, go to Australia, go to Hawaii. There's been opportunities in that series where the cast had the means and motive to go elsewhere. And all they needed to do was do that, and then they didn't. And it's like, there were so many storytelling opportunities that were left behind, left on the, left open. And this topic comes up with, like, the Aliens franchise in particular. I am personally very tired of mech loaders and pulse guns and smart cannons and even xenomorphs, and I want to see what else the world of, like, the universe of Aliens has to offer. What is the Dead Space franchise like if it's not just necromorphs all the time? what else happens in that world? Have they ever discovered anything else that's weird and creepy and unknown to the player as well as the characters? There are other storytelling opportunities that can occur within these franchises that can still be true to what these franchises are, but re-inject exciting new discovery for the people that like the aesthetic, but might have seen every conceivable permutation of Xenomorph right now. And that's what, like, I'm not up on He-Man. I've seen exactly one He-Man series in my life, and it was from when I was too young to reach the stove. So I'm not saying, I'm no expert on He-Man, but Master of the Universe feels like it said, well, what if He-Man, but what if there was a focus on other characters and we advanced the timeline and we did something new and fresh and unseen in this space? And I really appreciated what they did. It felt like, oh man, this is He-Man, but new. So that's it. That is my pitch for He-Man, or Masters of the Universe. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, they really did me a solid by not just running me completely down. Dodge. Okay. Dodge. I'm so happy with the number of shivs that I was able to bring out of me with the thing. Shit. All right. See, I feel like I have to wait for this guy to take a swing because he's too dodgy otherwise.
Oh, here it comes. Mighty Duster.
Oh, Mighty Duster. Hold on. I wanted to read about Brian's Transformers tattoo. Also, and my apologies if too many people have heard this particular take on the Transformers movies, but the Transformers movies are so up and down with me, or more specifically, down, way down, and then surprisingly up. And I always forget the names of them because they sound like they're generated by a broken AI bot, like Dark of the Moon. The fuck is that even supposed to be? So I can never remember them, but the first Transformers movie was, for me, passable. The second one was embarrassing, and the third Transformers movie, which I completely forget the title of, it was like, have you ever seen a movie that made you angry? Like angry that you had watched it. Hold on, let me just... I'm hoping that we can get some scrap out of this. Cool.
We learned.
After I pick up this scrap, I want to take a quick second to check chat. But then, so the fourth... Okay, let me say this. The third Transformers movie was... Hey, there we go. The third Transformers movie has an action sequence in it that... And, like, my producer will tell you that this is true. Well, no, she won't. But she would, hypothetically, tell you that this is true. That, there's one action sequence in it that I said, stop. And I ran it back, and I watched it a second time. Fucking stop! The what? And I ran it back, and I must have watched it, you guys. Transformers 3, I must have watched this one action sequence 4, 5, 6 times in a row. And every time, it made me more angry because I could not tell you what was happening in it. It was so poorly shot. It was so badly executed. And you had fucking 5 gunmetal gray characters, like, I don't know... apparently fighting with one another, and I did not want to continue the movie until I had any idea at all who had just been killed, by who, and why, and I couldn't figure it out. It's so terrible. And then Transformers 4, whichever one of them has the robot dinosaurs in it, somehow like circled around to being so bad that I earnestly enjoyed it. Like I really like some movies you watch because they're so bad you can laugh at them. And I guess this was an example of it. I have no idea what's happening over here, but I see lights and that usually means snipers. And let's go figure it out, man. Yeah. What do you think about that? I assume that guy died. Is this supposed to be some sort of like Death Valley? Because they made a really bad like Death Canyon. Hold on a second. Oh, right, can I? Yep. Uh-oh. Coming down? Awesome. Okay, now, we've got that, but you know what? I think there was at least one defense back here that I missed, and then I'm going to pause real quick. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know how to get past this now. If at first you can't ram through it, just ram some more. Yeah, let me go break this apart, just because I feel like I can. And it's awesome. Uh-oh. Yeah, get down. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, fine. Do that. All right, now let me just pause or drive slowly for a second. I just want to see if there's any scrap around here. And then I just want to see what others have seen. Yep, hold on, there's some ammo here.
But just go. I need to polish some hard-to-get parts in the engine.
Yeah, he's going to take a second to repair. So let me just take a quick look at chat. Roll back here. Also, the chat window is doing an entirely new thing where it's like blinking a lot. I don't know what that's about. So Centrifugal Force is saying hello to everybody. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Groomfy had said hello. And I think he stopped preparing, so I'm just going to pause for a second. Second interview, thoroughly excited. And as we scroll down, no idea why it's doing this, by the way. Brian says, Force, bring an apple with you for your interview. Is that good luck? I don't know. It'll be nice to have alternative offers in my pocket for the interview tomorrow if they ask and are interviewed. Yeah, I mean, this is how I sort of think in my head to acknowledge that, is to say, especially since you are, I think, wisely negotiating for better pay than what they're offering, to say, yeah, actually, there's, I have been in talks and there's been some other offers on the table. I'm very enthusiastic about this one, you guys. I really want this job. It seems like exactly the place that I'd want to work. I've gotten a great vibe off these interviews. This is certainly my number one choice. But I will have to let those other guys know. So what can we do? Anyway, I'm not going to workshop it beyond that, but yeah, letting them know that there's other offers on the table could be read as middling interest, unless I feel like you also say, but no, this is for sure my first choice. I just need to make sure that I'm your first choice. And one of the ways that we can do that together is money. You can show it to me with my salary. Be your own best advocate. So let me just look here. Also, Brian is saying that he has a tattoo of a Transformers on my arm. Is that like one of the symbols, like Autobot, Decepticon, or is it actually one of the characters? I have no idea. Can you take a look at it? It's just like, it's flipping out the menu. I don't know. Okay, Force is saying ever the graceful exit by Angel. Oh, that could be so many things based on what just happened. Share the story of you, me, and HW going to go see it in the theater. Oh, it's such a short story of Transformers 2. I will do that. Brian says one half is Autobot and the other hand is a Decepticon symbol. That's awesome. Evidently it did based on the vitriol of your voice, which I feel like... You guys, I'm concerned that chat might not be showing me everything. And I know that this is where Grumpy will advocate for chatty, I think it is. And maybe it really is time for us to look into that, because it is... I'm concerned that I'm not seeing every message. So if I have missed anything... Okay, and Azric says, I think me and you talked about this just a tiny bit, Angel, but I love a proper story game in Men in Black. That world has so many possibilities. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like the Men in Black universe is deliberately designed to be incalculably large. I want to go up here. I feel like very much like the Star Wars universe, for example, you can always add another planet to Star Wars, which is why it's a little bit frustrating to me that we spend all of our days on Tatooine. But nothing up here. Now I want to get down from here without face planting, please. There we go. That's just wreckage, right? That rope over there? I'm pretty sure that it is. I have no memory of whatever else I was going to say. Was it something in response to Azric? Oh, and just as it scrolls off screen. Just as it does that. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, Men in Black. Yes. Here's the thing. Here's just a very quick example of what I'm talking about. It would be surprising and disappointing if they did a second or third or fourth Men in Black movie and it was just the same exact alien threat from the first movie, because there's so many other things going on, right? And that's unfortunately what I feel like we get with like Dead Space and Aliens. It's just like, oh, like I'm a big fan of Alien. I'm a big fan of Aliens, the second one. I feel like it would be very interesting to see, who is it, David Cronenberg, am I remembering the name correctly? To see his version of Alien 3. But since we didn't get that, why is the thing that we did get so bad? Like, let's stop doing that and do something different. So what I can see that this is the fuel source. Ah, hold on, here it is. So I did not see the wheel over here. Turn the wheel? That's not how you turn a wheel, Max. You need to open that fist. Okay, so here's the problem. I need to do something to this that doesn't involve me being dead at the end of it. If I had a fuel canister, I'd put that next to it. Can I shoot it from through the fence? It really doesn't look like I can, but let's try. No, that is a bulletproof chain link fence. It's not really a chain link fence, but like welded fence. Let me go up the side here and we'll see if we have any other options. But yeah, and they did a Men in Black game, but my memory is that it was poorly received for a variety of reasons. A Men in Black open world game set in like, you know what? I was about to say New York. Fuck it. Set in like Minsk or something like that. With like just whatever fucking aliens they want to put in there. I feel like I'm being very profane today and I apologize. But just whatever. And to have different alien contacts and different factions that you might be doing missions for, and that might impact how your, like what access to weapons or upgrades that you get. And all of this taking place as a backdrop for whatever story was going to be told. I think that'd be awesome. It sounds a little bit like the abandoned Prey 2. Whoa. Do I go down here? All right. The war crier. No, everybody stop. Stop it. Okay. Oh! I didn't see him coming. I don't know how to adequately call attention to the move where Max Put his shotgun point blank to that man's stomach and pull the trigger because I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't process all of it all at the same time. Dodge! Shoot! Oh, I'm out of bullets! Or whatever these things fire.
You're the driver.
His shield is just like a frame. That doesn't count. How is he not dead? I rammed the side of his head into the corner of that shelf. Oh my god, it should be covered in gray matter. I need to check chat again. I'm really enjoying that in episode 6 we are still routinely seeing kill animations and combat moves. And I know that I'm constantly upgrading it, but just... Oh, it's so much violence. It's what I really need right now. Carolina says, sometimes Twitch bugs out, sometimes Chatty bugs out, but in my experience, it's only been disconnections. The main thing is to have a backup when one fails. Yeah, it is very much, it's nice to have some, to have that responsibility metered out a little bit. Oh, yes, let me grab this, because... I wonder, do you think that we'll be able to blow up both transfer tanks with one bada boom? Yes. Force says MIB, which might have been in reference to the point at which I completely lost my train of thought. Or it's conceivable that she's asking what oh, whoops. Hopefully that's a respawning... Yes, it is. Also, I got 3 bullets at some point. It's more than I had a minute ago when I had 0. Also, different people topic based on Angel exclamation, but sometimes I love looking at autopsy results and going, oh, okay. Is that in particular to a particular autopsy or just in general? Yeah, okay, let's just make a decision here. I'm gonna go down this way. Carolina says, I started with that a while ago when Twitch web chat routinely dropped out on me. So every once in a while, it's not actually very common, but every once in a while, chat will just say like, oops. We got company. Yeah, it will say that. Oh, guys, boy, do I have a fun thing for you. Oh, stomp his ass. Is that it? The fact that the traps are equally lethal to the enemies, I very much appreciate it. Whoops, no, get out of that. So that wasn't the dodge button. Sure, I'll pick this up. There was a melee weapon back there at some point, and I neglected to keep it. As Azric says, presumably from the world of Men in Black, there's always an Aquilian battlecruiser, a Corellian death ray, or intergalactic plague that's about to wipe out all life on this miserable little planet. And the only way these people can get on with their happy lives is that they do not know about it. I am a fan of Tommy Lee Jones. I'm specifically a fan of Tommy Lee Jones in the movie U.S. Marshals, which I feel like was the movie that I had wanted The Fugitive to be. I feel like he was such a more interesting, frankly, everything compared to Harrison Ford's sort of sad sack character. And I know it was like a... What am I gonna say? Like a movie version of an old television series, but I never saw the TV series, so I didn't care about it.
Come to you.
Oh, bullshit! No way. I wide. Oh, I thought that guy was gonna attack. I lost my streak.
Take the can!
Oh, come on with the whys!
You man! This land is ours, said Shafra! Man! He's gonna swoop it up!
Okay. So, I need a drink. Forcing its fires pencil erasers. Carolina has both immediately visible whenever he streams, referring to both Twitch chat and chatty. I think Salamander also uses chatty. I got news for everybody. We are now officially staying in this base until this... Maggot farm. Got it. Until this storm rolls by. Oh, so I want to get that. Let me make sure that I have a good chance of hitting it. Forrest has looked at one today of a man falling out of a plane and every bone in his body was broken. And I was like, I don't know what I was expecting. So, transfer tank back there, eh? Well, I have some ideas. Oh, nice, water. Just what I needed. Mia, you have not missed it. I intend to tell the story. It's a very short story because it was a very bad movie. At the moment, I'd like to wait for the world's most deafening storm to... Oh, sure, whatever. All right. I am also keeping in mind that there is another door back the way I came that I have not checked out. Mia says, Blarg, thanks for keeping it honest. What is the lightning windstorm thing? Is that signifying something? Like it is literally a storm. Like what you are experiencing here is one of the giant dust storms that rolls through the wasteland every once in a while. It appears to be a timed event. When it started during a fight, this is the first time that it has happened when I'm just like exploring a location. But fortunately, the walls here are sufficient that we're not getting struck by lightning, which is a thing that happens out on the... Oh yeah, or hit by blowing debris. That really blows, and I don't mean that. I didn't mean that as in blow away now, door. Yep, let me just grab that. So yeah, every once in a while, there's like a horrible storm, and it is very dangerous if you are out on the salty wastes. Here, it's just sort of like a... I don't feel like I'm in any particular danger. Oh, and we did a full loop. And there's a red dot over this way. Somewhere. Okay, so while I'm just running through, so one of the first events that Mia and I went to together was Transformers 2, the whatever of the whatever. No memory of what it was called. And Mia, HW, and I all went to go see the movie in the theater. And when we were done in the theater, we sat down and we watched the movie. And as we tend to do, didn't like talk through the movie or anything else. And then when the movie was done, we all got up and we said, hey, I'm pretty hungry. Do you guys want to go to the Taco Bell right over there? And we went to the Taco Bell and we probably hung out at the Taco Bell for 2 hours talking. And at the end of that lunch, as we were getting back into our respective cars, I said to Mia, I probably should have mentioned this beforehand, but I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think that we'll ever hang out again. No. I am kidding. As we were getting into our cars, somebody, and I think it was me, pointed out that in 2 hours of talking after the movie we had just seen, no one had said one word about the movie. Not one word at any point. And yeah, that was our opinion of Transformers, the second movie that they did. None of us had a word. What the Is there a very ill-defined twister happening in here? Okay. Sure, Max. You get on with your gymnastic dreams. I am looking for... So here's the nice thing. We have done enough here that it is clearly marking what I need. It is the red dot that is in this direction. I don't actually know where that is. So it's gonna take a second to wander through and find out. Force says that's how you know it was good. You can't wait to repress it. Yeah, honestly, like, here's almost the only thing that I remember about... Is it back here? Is it possible that those red canisters up there, that I'm supposed to shoot those or somehow get something up there to blow up that barricade? No, it doesn't... Well... It really feels like it's above this area, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright, can I find something to put against this and blow it up? Hold and drop. Oh, yes, this. I feel like the game is trying to communicate something to me with these symbols. I could be wrong. Apparently that was the right thing to do. Allies have now populated the camp and will provide regular deliveries of scrap. Okay, that was climactic. Big storm. I got some sort of a gut gash achievement for... No, Griffa achievement for punching 3 people to death during a storm. Yeah, the second Transformers movie was heavily forgettable to me. In particular, the only thing that I remember is that a couple, there were like twin Transformers that seemed, as they say, problematic. I am not necessarily well versed to talk to all of the different issues that I felt that it seemed like they might bring up, but that movie was bad. And then I remember, mostly what I remember about the third movie was that action sequence, because I was so angry that a movie that has infinite budget and infinite CGI could be that inept, like that embarrassingly inept at what should have been a cool action sequence. And an impactful one, like a major character gets taken out, and it's like, so frustrating. Anything? Can I shoot anything on these guys? No? Alright. I'm not even sure that there's a point in fighting these particular dudes except to satiate my ego and my bloodlust. I need better ramming.
She's wounded.
You know what'll probably solve this a lot faster? Oh. Was that good? I think I missed. I think I missed again. All right. Can we all get out? I feel like we can solve this so much more quickly on foot.
Get her running.
It would be awesome if there was like an Easter egg where one of the cars here in the Wasteland was like a perfectly pristine, like 1970s Chrysler or whatever, but what you didn't realize is that it was also Christine. Oh, I wanted to Shiv Punisher. Son of a bitch.
Oh, here it comes! A mighty duster!
Oh, hello to Moo! I'm so glad that somebody said hello to Moo because I don't see Moo anywhere at all. Wait, hold on. When did Moo come in? Oh, there she is. Oh, man, I half missed it. The movie was... What movie was Auspicious Angel dissing? So most of the Wait, did Patikin raid over? Hello to Patikin. Patikin, how was Sackboy? I just want to make sure I didn't miss any raid. Azric. Oh, Azric resubscribed. Azric, thank you so much. Let me just make sure. How the fuck did I miss that earlier? Oh my god, Azric, I almost overlooked that. I am so sorry, and thank you so much for the resubscription. Hello to Patikin. Hello to Moo. And I just want to make sure. Ninja Cow, yes, she slipped in very quietly. Patikin did not raid over, but had a very interesting... Is it just called Sackboy or Sackboy's Adventure? Stream. Patikin, I don't even know what that game is. Like, I guess it's a full-on like Mario style platformer with Sackboy, right? From Little Big Planet. It looked very cool. All right, let me just ram this. I apologize if there's supposed to be a faster way to get this done, but I feel like you know what, I might just leave this. I need the scrap, but I am not interested in going through this. And then, like, see, now I also have to do like the green bar. I'm not going to do the other car, just to let everybody know we're not going to have to watch like the poor man's wreckfest here. I just don't know how to do a better job. Now let me be clear, I could take the fuel canister from the back of the car and use that to blow this up, but then I might not have fuel when I need it. Oh, one more hit. Yeah, hey everyone, let's all team up to get a count on how much scrap I got for what was like a minute and a half worth of that. Here we go. We've got 7 and 7. So, according to my hot math skills, that was not a good expenditure of my time. So I'm not going to worry so much about that moving forward. I like scrap. I want to have scrap. I'm generally a big believer in save it up while you can, but no, that was too much time. Should I grab that vehicle and drive it back to the garage? Yeah, probably I should do that too, but I'm gonna go over here. Let's go do this, whatever this camp is. But yeah, Patikin, I hope that you are having a very good time with Sackboy. Patikin recently got himself a PlayStation 5, and he has this this fascinating sort of project that he started, which is that he uses his PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 5 games. I should have thought of that and didn't. No, I'm being facetious. I have so many PlayStation 4 games that are left unplayed that I've played actually shockingly few PlayStation 5 games, and fortunately, Patikan has decided to fill that gap in the programming by actually using the console for its intended purpose. So, if you guys would like to see a full playthrough of Astro Boy, if you'd like to see now what will be a full playthrough of Sackboy, I hope that you will check out twitch.tv/Patikan. Centrifugal4 says, sulfur pits. Also, I saw, but neglected to read aloud, I think from the previous episode, where I said, like, hey, these sulfur pits, this would be instant death, right? And I forget if it was Salamander or Force, but I feel like it might have been both, said, oh yeah, even if the water didn't melt the skin off of your bones, the air would actually get you first. Like the choking fumes, you'd be down real quick. Oh gosh, Force says sulfur pits might be in my future. Moose says you need to you need to raid, so I have continuous entertainment. Damn it, Patikan. Brian uses my PS4 for a kickstand. I am, Brian has been getting a lot of mileage. Oh, wait, let me stop by here, because I feel like we have gained the ability to investigate, or to fuel the balloons. That was a mystery for a while, and then we just sort of did it. So let's see if we can fuel up this balloon. Oh, and Moo, if you are, if I didn't catch you when you just stepped away, if Groomfy doesn't bring it up, Masters of the Universe on Netflix. Thumbs up for you and the kids. I enjoyed it more than you might think from the online discourse. I generally want to, how do I get to this? I generally want to find ways to express my thoughts without tearing down the opinions of others, but you guys, I can't get over the Masters of the Universe has insufficient He-Man thing. I feel like, and this might be, this might sound more judgmental than I mean it, but I feel like there is a perfect one-to-one between people who are mad at Masters of the Universe for not being all He-Man all the time, and people who are mad at the Star Wars sequel trilogy for not just being all about Luke Skywalker hitting people with a lightsaber. Like, why are the problems in the new Star Wars trilogy solved by new characters that were introduced in the trilogy and not by characters from an altogether different period in history? And the people that are, like, tied up about that, I feel like have a very high likelihood of being tied up about He-Man. I want to read chat, and I also want to go off this giant cliff. You guys, this is going to kill me, and I know it's going to, but I have to do it. No, hold it steady. Yeah! Oh! Okay. We did it. Now, Chum Bucket will have something to do with his time while we get out and loot the whalebone facility. The whalebone manufactory. And then I'm going to read chat because it looks like Salamander is here and I want to read what he has to say. It's the Salamander is chatting song. Whoops. Oh. Wait, bad things happened. Is the voice still live? Check, check. I think it is. What? Okay. I really can't tell. Hold on a second. Yes, voice is live. All right. Hold on. The controller desync. What happened is that the little receiver
here.
fell
Likewise.
and hit the ground, and we are back. There we go. Wait, did I already... I must have already refueled. So let me put this down. That was distracting. Hold on a second. So I just want to take a quick look here. Because, yeah, Azric asked a question. Let me just go back. It's... For anybody who might be watching this in the archives, like, I love reading chat. I love it when people participate. It's very difficult to punch and drive and shoot and drive and punch all at the same time. So every once in a while, I need to stop and check chat, and then that usually gives us lots of stuff to talk about as we punch and drive and shoot. Moo says, Grumpy and I were going to get a PlayStation 5... Son of a bitch, stupid chat. To play Xbox games on. Hey, that works for me. It won't work at all, but I would love to do it. Hello to Samalander. I think that's where he came in. Patikin says there are still PlayStation 4 games planned along that I will play. Awesome. Yeah, there's so many games, you guys. There's so much fun thing. We also need to talk in a very non-spoilery way about Aegis Rim, because... I have thoughts, but non-spoilery thoughts, so we will get to those a little bit later. Always on the pulse of other Force says Force. Is that a movie or a series? It is a series, and it's a 5-episode series with, I believe, another 5 coming. That is Masters of the Universe on Netflix. It's an animated series. Without knowing the exact taste of your kids, I think that they would have a good time with it. Force says sulfur manufacturing is that $double job. Oh, is it really? The one that you're looking at. Awesome. And Sam Lander says, except Brienne and I also often disagree on everything, and I love them for it. Yes, someone with whom you can have a difference of opinion, but learn from. Like, there's a constructive examination of what you love and why, even if it's different from others. That is very valuable. Force says that show got poo-pooed purely for men being men. I think that's Master of the Universe, and yeah. I want to leave open the possibility that somebody now or in the future will come into chat and have like more sophisticated thoughts than no He-Man equals bad. But like, that's sort of what I see online, and I don't give a shit about He-Man, and B, felt like the lack of He-Man gave the other characters some much needed room to breathe. So that's my thoughts. Let me just look up here. Moo says, sticks the landing. Azarek, here's the question. Have you watched any of the CGI trailers for Star Wars The Old Republic? It makes you and proves there is so much more than the Skywalker saga. I remember, Azric, the original trailer, like the original CGI trailer that they did, and I remember thinking to myself, these people get Star Wars, and specifically get what a cool Jedi Force-based combat sequence could be after... I don't remember, honestly, if that was before or after the prequel trilogy, but like, Attack of the Clones was... It was such a crushing disappointment because of how badly executed what was supposed to be all of these like epic fight scenes were. Like, it was so far off the mark. So when I saw that CGI trailer for The Old Republic, and like Mia, Moo, Brian, Samalander, if anybody else hasn't seen it because you think you don't care about MMOs, that's fine. But watch the trailer. It really is cool. It is a really, really well done, like what you should see in your mind's eye vision of what they... Like, Star Wars is awesome, isn't it? And it's fun, and it's flashy, and it's got cool weapons, and yeah, it's very well done. Now, to continue on with Azric, he says trailers, plural. I may not have seen the others, Azric. I very much remember... let me say, because the only one that I remember featured a tree, or rather, like, maybe a large stump, somewhat, like a fallen log of some kind, rather prominently. But I may not have seen the others. Grumpy says, I was told to shut the fuck up because Moo wanted to listen to Angel. And Moo is... Wait, what? She says, was it Force, and then, or was it the same movie as before? Drian also says, to be frank, of Azric, we don't disagree on everything. But, Drian, that means that you're disagreeing about disagreeing. So, I feel like you've... Wait. Oh, no. Am I a 1960s robot? If Azric says that Drian and he disagree on everything, but then... Oh, God. How long has it been? I think I'm waking up from a coma right now. That was very confusing. I need to back out of the logic bomb. It's gonna kill me. Okay. Azric says, I'll have to drop the full trailer. Someone stitched... Oh, did they all stitch them all together? Yeah, if you can find the link, Azric, you could put it here. Or I feel like it might hit more eyes if you also... I'd say do both. You are welcome to put it here if you can find it, or if you wanted to post it in Mia's Discord. And I don't know why I said or, because the point I was literally just making is that you could do both. All right.
Go for the red tank! The red tank!
That's a good call. Red tank. Go! It's out of range. Shoot the thing. Okay. Hey man, anytime that you can kill an enemy vehicle, but also do an awesome barrel roll.
Sit tight.
Yes, I will protect your sake. But don't be long, please.
Moo says, or sorry, Grumpy says to Moo, you're also ignoring your husband. Poke, poke, poke. Wait, is she ignoring the poke, poke, poke? Or, you know what? I will leave it to everyone's imagination. Oh, there we go. Azric already has the link. Sorry. Oh, no. Wait. I was laughing at Grumpy saying, next time I will leave your truck in the ditch.
Oh, boss.
All right, everybody. I'm not doing a car fight right now. You want to get out? Let's do it. All right. I'll tell you what, when we're done here, I might grab this truck and see if we can drive it back to the place. Come on. We both know how this is going to go. I don't know why I was punching at the wall. Didn't I just dislocate his hip? Why do I need to stab him after that? Isn't he just gonna, like, die of exposure? Okay. And Azric did drop it in Mia's Discord as well. Moo says I close my eyes until... Oh... I close my eyes until the poke, poke, poke is over. More Than Me is also asking, do you think of England? I still remember, and now I can't remember if it was in the company of Mia, but the first time that I ever heard that expression, and I just do remain a little bit concerned or confused about, like, why England? Why? Does it have to be? Are we thinking of, like what parts of England are we considering? Because I don't want to be... What's the phrase? What is the phrase? Stereotypical. But at the same time, I don't know what I'm supposed to think of England. Oh, there's the balloon. The balloon is up there. All right. I should be able to pull it down somehow. But I need to fuel this. So, what have we learned? Oh. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So, Wait, is it working? It is. So, do I still have to fuel it then? Or is this enough? Well, I guess we'll find out. Y. Ascend. Yeah, all right, there we go. Hello to Jab! Sam Lynn is saying, so that was during the various British wars. Mia is saying it's the phrase lie back and think of England. I moved you, move too. It's used to advise women who are not enjoying the task. Oh, what a grim way of
The ship.
describing it.
Peaceful from afar, but not seaworthy.
I'll just, you know, and then we will move on. But I feel like in this particular vision of interaction, if she's not having a good time, I feel like the whole operation is kind of a bust, because I feel like, you know. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Don't want to get too ribald here, but yeah, I kind of feel like you want her to have a good time, because anyway, okay, go on, moving on. Jab says, think of England, lots of rain, bad politics, fish and chips. Brian says, okay, Angel, I'm out of here. Have a good stream, and everyone in chat. Brian, I hope that you also have a great chat. Good luck with the car. I do hope that you have it not really in your hands, but I hope that you are in it pretty soon. I feel like I've actually seen everything there is to see. The Death Run, the Fortified Scarecrow. I'm not missing anything, you guys, right? I'm trying to look both up and down. I am zoomed out, I think. I can't really move up or down, as it turns out. Oh! Wait, what just zoomed in? So this is me. I'm pressing up. Okay, that worked suddenly. Down, up, down. All right. I just want to note it for the record that was not working earlier. All right, let's close binoculars so I can see things. There's what I've marked. Yeah, I don't know. That seems fine. And here's a convoy route. Let's go see if we can get the convoy. Moo is voting for more rivalry. Jab says, I think this is the first time I have used ribald in a sentence. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing too much else. It is impossible to play a game that is this, demands this percentage of attention and not miss things, but hopefully I catch more than I miss on the whole. Also, I feel like I've been missing if Drienne has been here, or more specifically, I think that Drienne was here and may or may not still be.
Magnum opus into safety. Saint.
Yeah, let me see if I can drive this back. It could work as cover, and it's a level 2 thing. Yes, return this vehicle. All right. So, to a stronghold. Oh, but I could do this instead. That's fine. Let me get this vehicle. I feel like it's nice to have some driving options. And our goal, regardless of what happens between here and there, will be to... Oops. So this doesn't corner quite as tightly as I'm used to. But our goal will be to get back without doing any sort of combat, because then we'll have this vehicle in our garage, and of importance to me, when we go back, I will automatically get all of my ammo completely restocked. So while we're driving, I will also share a couple thoughts about Fear Street 1994, which we finally got a chance to see. And this was also seen with my nephew, because I perhaps misgauged the level of violence that could be in that movie. It starts off pretty light. Also, so I have a few thoughts on Fear Street. Number one, it is the absolute poster child for do not try this at home. Nearly every character on screen is making a bad decision at all times. Usually at the worst possible time. So it was interesting watching with a younger viewer who, like, I felt like, and I didn't, but I felt like at multiple points I wanted to stop and say, okay, don't do that. And before anybody, like, it wasn't any of the, like, romantic content, let's say, but a lot of the other things, like, especially, I really don't want to give anything away because I do think that the movie is worth watching, but in particular, okay, no, I'm not even going to say that. I will leave it unstated. Suffice it to say that there were multiple points in the movie where I was just like head in hands being like, no, that's not how that works. And if you do it that way, it's going to be a lot worse than you're making it. Boy, this one's a tough one to talk about without any spoilers because we actually had quite the conversation about it afterwards, and it's an example of, like, I think that you can watch something that is nominally out of age range for a younger viewer if you talk about it in a constructive way afterwards, and that's what we did. All right, so I returned the vehicle, and I don't think I have anything else to do here. I already got my ammo back, right? So I'm going to leave here now. No. Similar says Drienne has been around. Let me just scroll back. Drienne is always here, says Moo. Similar says, oh, did you explain it, Moo, or did you just show him? I'm missing something. Oh, what the fuck is Ribald? Moo says, like God, I'm saving... God, we've really started a new thing here. I'm saving it for the poke. Drienne says, I am Moo here, always here. Jab says, I hate that, but that could have been so many things. It could have been, oh, maybe like when you're watching a movie and it's like, there's so many things where you're like, oh gosh. And the thing is, I want to not what I call rivet count. Like, it's okay to let some things go, but see, the thing I really want to talk about is right at the very end. Can I think of anything that happens earlier on in Fear Street 1994? Not really. I will say, and this was a comment that actually I need to credit to my producer. She said that it reminded her of that, like, car insurance commercial, which is like a horror movie parody, where the characters are just making the most ridiculous bad decisions.
Please.
Like, why don't we just get into the running car and drive away? And like, no, we'll go hide in the shack filled with running chainsaws instead. There were points in Fear that felt like that. But lest you think that this was an overall negative experience, Fear Street is, for everything that I just said, it is well made, it is well shot, it's very well acted. I thought that like the entire cast did a very, very good job in it. And it sets up sort of like a lore that I'm excited to see explored further in the 2 additional movies that are now available. So this is glowing, so that's why I'm coming over here. Okay, that was the optional thing. So I believe that we can yank or blow this open. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get into my car. I'm carefully going to select Harpoon. We'll get lined up here like we're Walter White. And nice. Kira Luna saying, Drienne is always everywhere. Well, just for the record, I'm just really glad when people hang out. Like, it is as a point of fact, people cannot actually be everywhere. So when we have Drienne and Moo and Groomfy and Samerlander and Mia and Azaric and Brian and Jab, anybody else that I might be forgetting in this moment, but when people choose to spend their time hanging out here, it's like, it's so awesome, you guys. As I alluded to at the beginning of the stream, it's been a real interesting selection of days, and I am, again, where am I? Hold on a second. Where? Okay, hold on a second. I'm here. Why was the marker down here? Yes, go over there. I feel like I almost understand this reference. Moo is saying, well, son, it's slang for prostitute. Oh, okay. What's a prostitute? Oh, these are bad guys. Not for long. I could have Shiv Punishered, but he's one guy. I don't think there's anything else I need except maybe this scrap. Oh, maybe it's not a reference. I thought that was like a thing. Camus then continues, and the biggest bug said, I so do not want to be here for this conversation. Jab says, I quit watching a show on Showtime about the Hollywood Fixer. Every character did the wrong thing. Hold on a second. I lost the... Oh, and I missed the key part to Moo's story, so we will also scroll back. Bum, bum, bum. Every character did the wrong thing every time because of that. Let me look back for Moo. Just make sure that I'm getting to the beginning. Moo said, maybe just better whisper it to me. Oh, is it doing this? Keep going, Rybald away. What the fuck is Rybald? Dren is always here, like God. I'm seeing it for the poke, poke, poke. Moo says, Angel, usually when you tell a kid don't do that, it makes them really want to do it. Just a friendly FYI. Oh gosh, hopefully not some of the stuff in this movie. I did point out that some of the things that they do in this movie will cause you or others to be extremely dead. Moo says, talking about things in a constructive way, like when the kids watched Hamilton and then asked, Mom, what's a whore? Oh, that was the operative part of that story. Well, son, it's slang for prostitute. What's a prostitute? There we go. Goofy says she's withholding poking until I comply. Oh, Moo is forcing me to be here. Oh, no! Moo! Everybody should be here in accordance with their desires, not because the poking is being withheld. Although, whatever it takes. Yabba-dee-dee. Alright, I'm not sure that I have the harpoon. That's fine. Yeah, that may have dropped some small amount of scrap, but let's go blow up like a sniper's nest instead. Moo loves Angel's Batman voice. I do like the Hick Dog voice a little bit. Like, one of the little details that's never really pointed out about Hick Dog is that when any other character does, like, the previously on Hick Dog at the beginning of an episode, it'll be like the commissioner will be like, previously on Hick Dog, or Dick Hog will be like, oh, previously on Hick Dog. But then when Hick Dog himself does it, it's always previously on me. Because of course oh, not enough water. I can't give them water. What happened? Wait, what happened? I heard a sharp cry and then nothing. Moo is saying yabba-dee-dee with a question mark. So that is, for some reason, oh gosh. Mia, what is the name of your clip called? Oh, it's called Gently Boom Nailed It. You have to see that clip. I do not know why, but that is the sound that Mia makes when she does something that requires a high degree of finesse and attention. Before she finesses something, she says, watch me finesse the fuck out of this. But after, while she's doing it, she goes, there we go, almost there, yabba-dee-dee. Gently, boom, nailed it. Just like that. So she basically becomes like a vaudeville performer. I don't claim to understand the lore to this. It's lore than a Mia. That should be a new segment. Mia, you should do that. Lore than a Mia that will uncover the secret, mysterious backstories of what? And what? But how? I don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like there's supposed to be a scrap thing here, but I do not find one. Wait. No, that was the car. We all see that there's like a... Okay, I gotta drive around a little bit, because this is not the location that I'm looking for. Mia's saying, Auspicious Angel is scolding you. Yes, there we go. Mia has pulled up the clip. I like that clip so much. It's only a few seconds long. If you guys wanted to mute this and go check that out and come on back, I think it's it's very well done. Please, if any, you know, especially for those of us who stream, for those of you who stream, when something happens, clip it, please, because you have no idea how many of your loyal viewers might have missed that specific moment, even if they were there in chat at the exact time, but like they just weren't looking or they didn't see it. And well, hold on. So we've got a little picture of what appears to be like a bombed out building. Man, I'm glad I ain't my neighborhood. What? Oh, I ate my neighbor. I don't know why I thought that said neighborhood.
Everyone lost everything. Eventually.
Mia's writing down lower than a Mia. Mia's saying, thank you for getting it correct at Caroluna, but I think I need to scroll up because I've missed what he got correct. She quote 111's the hell out of it. Yes, that is her, watch me finesse the shit out of this. It's always nice when a particularly useful quote has a memorable number.
Are you well enough to drive?
I think, Chumbucket was shading my health, which is at maximum, by the way.
Squandering of the sacred materials! That's what it is!
Okay. Let's pull it down. Alright, I think these drop at least a little bit of scrap. Enough to be worth hopping out, I'd say. You guys, I gotta admit, we've actually been getting a lot done. Like, we've been doing the various, like, map objectives. There's probably something I should actually be doing, and I don't happen to remember what that is. A massive V6. Do I wish to purchase that? Maybe. Well, I'll tell you what. I do wish to purchase it, but I would mostly want to put it in if it was part of a new Archangel. Because right now we are driving the... The Jack. See how it's all green? So that's what we're actually building right now. Okay, well, hold on. I'm getting close to being able to do the pinky finger. But there's 3 parts that are locked. 3 parts that are locked. 4 parts that are locked. Yeah. I don't see any Archangels that we can complete. And I feel like getting the set bonus for this is really valuable. So I want to wait until we have all the parts unlockable. Yeah, I don't really... Sorry, I'm just not into the hood ornaments. I don't care about that as much. So we've got bios, Max himself. Oh, I can do whatever's in here. No, I can't. We've already unlocked all of this. This game lied to me. Wait, no, it's still lying to me. It says new. So all the ones with a check mark is something that I have currently equipped. I can't get that. Right. Or that, or that. Yeah, there's nothing new in here. Why are you teasing me, game? Okay. That's not quite what I wanted. So, there's nothing to do so far in Max. Yeah, apparently I need to level up a little bit more. There's a little bit more before I can do this. Weapons? Nope. And I know that I got all the tools. So, through most of the game, it's got like a quest marker, right? Where it's like, you should go do this thing. But I legitimately don't know what my current quest would be. So I'm fine, like, tooling around and just, like, lowering my threat level and whatever else. But I do usually like to do that in conjunction with, like, advancing whatever the main story is. Moo says there, next time Angel recommends something for my kids, clip it more than a Mia, because I will surely have missed it. Yes. Mia says, what they got was finesse the shit out of it rather than finesse the fuck out of it. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it wrong? I'm a terrible Mia stream viewer. Damn it. Got the quote wrong. Moo wants a V11. Carolina wants a V42. And Moo says, I think the littlest bug made something like that in Trailmakers. Carolina, no joke. Oh yeah, so...
A warboy horde approaches.
What's a warboy horde? Should I be concerned or excited? Or titillated? We could go all three ways. So I will say, like, I don't remember off the top of my head the age of the various bugs in Moo's family, but I will say that I do feel like Fear Street is... Like, I thought that Fear Street was sort of aimed at, like, I don't know, like 10 to 12-year-olds. It is... Like, it depends on your kid's penchant for violence. Like, a lot of violence. I was entertained with it. I was concerned about, like, and my nephew, he's seen, like, Predator and stuff, but this did feel a little bit more modern horror, which is to say a lot bloodier. So I'm not sure that, I would say Masters of the Universe, no worries at all. I think that Moo and the Groomfy and the bugs will all have a good time with that. As far as Fear Street, that may not be appropriate for every member of the family. That said, my producer and I are certainly going to watch the next two movies, and I will be very interested to see how the series progresses from where the first movie was. Wait, Samalander's saying yay food and possible new jobs. So who are we celebrating? Is that Force or is that Samalander? Also, Carolina is asking Trailmakers question mark. And that's a good question because I am not familiar with that game. What I would like to try on stream someday, which is also a game about making vehicles, is TerraTech, which we picked up as on a Steam sale like a year ago. And no one here has played yet. Neither of us have even tried it out. So, yeah, TerraTech. I know that it's about making vehicles and, like, portable bases and stuff, but, yeah, look for that coming someday to stream near this.
Everyone,
Wait, no, you stay away. Get away from me, explodey guy. Oh, I should check the time. Because I have completely lost track of it, and I do want to make sure that we are watching Mia's Discord at 8 p.m. Eastern, that's 5 p.m. Pacific, for the next episode of Kyber Shards, which is the actual play D&D campaign that's being done by Geek Pantheon, Summerhawk, Siren, Lady... Is it Lady Embreka or is it just Embreka? I always forget. And then, Sorry BTR. And the Sorry is a 0. I love getting not any ever complete projects. Just always like 0.1 or 0.2 of what I need. Yeah, let's eat this dog food. Just Embreka. Okay. And it is, oh, it's 7:25, 27, so we've got a little bit of time left. Carolina owns Terratech, barely ever played it.
Sir, convoy of
You know what game I think about all of the time that I would, like, I am not good at it. And I don't think I can be good at it. But I would love to see, like, Carolina, Salamander, Moo, Grumpy, I'm trying to think of, like, who else. Like, and that game is Space Engineers. Space Engineers is a very intimidating game, especially when you're trying to figure out how to even do anything, but it is actually less complicated than it appears. There's a very high degree of satisfaction when you, like, build
Please drive.
a machine like I want to say vehicle, but I do mean machine. Something that has various moving parts and thrusters and like a gyroscope and stuff, and it works. And you're like, this is awesome. And then you smash it into something and you say, I hate my life, because then you have to rebuild it. But like, it's such a cool game. And like, for whatever reason, especially when I'm commuting, I will look at like a truck on the road, or especially if like that truck is like a like something that you'd see in SnowRunner, like Grumpy and Moo. Like, you guys, imagine some of the vehicles that you drive or unlock in SnowRunner, except you have to build those things in a way that functions, because you have some sort of task that you want to do, whether it's harvesting resources, whether it's like surviving a trip to another planet or something, bringing with you sufficient components to like build a base in a hostile environment where you don't know what you're going to find and may find yourself under attack. You have to build those things from scratch and make them function, and it's very cool. Let me just take a quick look in chat. But like, Terratech reminds me of that, except maybe a little bit less grognardy, a little bit more approachable and understandable, comprehensible. So wait, I still feel like I missed what Salamander was saying. Food and a new job too. Let me just try to take a quick look through, because I know that Force is up. Oh, Force says, back with food after daydreaming about a possible new job. There we go. Well, I hope the food is as good as the job prospects, because then I think that you're in a really good position. Mia says, you know, for all these things that I, Mia, know about our streaming friends, why is it that Auspicious Angel, who Donk loves so very much for knowing everybody's life details? Wait, is Donk also here? Because I know that he said that once, but I took it as friendly banter and not... Because I barely know anybody's life. And Brecca, and does a shout out, Mia did a shout out for, sorry, a BTR. Moo says, I have a really dumb question, Auspicious Angel. When you say my producer, to whom are you referring? So that is by request, left a little bit. Suffice it to say, somebody very, very important to me in my life, and the person who, among other things, who among a great many other very, very important things, also takes responsibility for doing the little text descriptions and editing the episodes together, like just cutting off the silence at the beginning and end of episodes, getting the perfect thumbnail, especially if I'm playing on console and it's something that can be done without too much disruption. She'll grab like the thumbnails we go, otherwise she'll like jot down some potential thumbnails and go back and get them. This stream is not a one-person production, although you only ever hear the one person on it, and I have made the case for that to change, and otherwise it's a discussion that happens behind the scenes. And in front of the scenes here, we have Molly. I know that you can't read. I know you will never understand. The soldiers came to pick us up. It all went so fast. No pets, they said. Damn it all to hell, I opened the treat cupboard. I know it's not good for you, but eat away, my friend. Just eat away. Oh, no. Molly isn't a person. Molly's a pet. Oh, that is much more sad than... Oh, no. Sasa opened the treat cupboard and just left the... Okay, I need to walk away from that. I can't spend any more time envisioning that. Okay, new topic. Literally any other topic. Moo says, I'm everybody's mom and dad when I'm in chat. Centrifugal Force. Force says, you're not my real dad. You can't tell me. So, there's a great topic. Here's a random nothing that no one will know what I'm talking about, but hopefully we'll go look up. There was at some point... I don't know the actual backstory of this because the backstory I'm about to describe is too stupid to be true. But if you do a YouTube search for the phrase, you're not my father... So stupid. You will come up with a montage. You're not my father. You will come up with a montage that begins with a 15-second scene from the television series Full House, where DJ is saying to Uncle Joey something to the effect of, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my father. And she storms out, and Joey sits down and looks very dejected at nothing. And this musical cue plays. And then the scene will repeat, except this time it's two other people who were just reenacting this scene and shouting over the audio of DJ saying to Joey, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my father. And then there's like a running series of mostly adults reenacting this scene. And allegedly, according to a text description that no longer exists, this was created through a grant of some kind. Like, people paid money for some reason for somebody to do this. So how's everybody doing tonight? Having a good evening? You didn't miss anything. If you stepped away to get a drink, it's fine. Nothing happened at all. And oh, well, we learned we can't jump that. Also, I deserve that. There's a conversation happening in chat about evil twins. I don't know why that could possibly be going on, because it happened before the nothing that just happened. Oh, dude, I need a better harpoon. Oh, no, I don't. I think as we've learned, there's a very limited benefit to trying to kill these guys. So I might just go on about trying to get this convoy. Because the convoy actually lowers your... Oh, no, you didn't. Well, now I'm just on all of the fire. Hold on a second. Oh, God. Wait, did my car blow up? They blew up the car? I didn't know they could do that. I thought Chum Bucket would all... Oh, he's fixing it. Never mind. I'll tell you what, I am going to blow up this car when I can do it with a shotgun shell instead of just infinite ramming. Moo says, tell your producer that she's awesome and amazing, and we're happy to know she exists so we can give credit where credit's due. Moo, just so you know, and this is like a... The reason this goes so understated is that without someone to remind me of basic facts that occur, it's very easy for me to just get completely absorbed in the action of whatever it is that we happen to play. But every single series that we do, I think to myself, okay, and this will be the one where I remember at the end of at least every third episode to mention that, like, there's a lot of work that goes into this behind the scenes, and I don't credit it nearly enough, and then I always forget because the person who would remind me doesn't do that. So yeah, gosh, it feels like an age since we streamed. And I do want to keep one eye on the time because I would like to grab a snack before Kyber Shards. But, Samalander,
I understand. If you need chum to come a driving, just send a flare.
Hold on. I'm just letting you know I'm taking one hand off the controller. I'm only going to touch the controller with the left stick right now. Hello.
You can stand here with me. Yeah, got the best spot, me. Watching the convoys ride on by. Maybe they drop something for me. Maybe. The one goes by here, got metal armor plate. I want to rob it, but I can't. Need a harpoon to rip out the armor. Ain't no hard feelings if you do it. Me? I just sit tight, watch and live. Pick up any scrap might spill behind from the carnage.
Wait, what? Am I supposed to look through the binoculars right now? Because that's like, what's his face's thing. So I do want to read what's in chat. So
The nocturnal ones, the buzzards, they've seen us!
Forsyth said that she said that Mia is my producer's evil twin. I think that you would mean eviler twin. Like, I feel like if you put Mia into that transporter accident from Star Trek, where it split Kirk into good Kirk and evil Kirk, it would split Mia into like Mia and eviler Mia. Into evil Mia and indifferent Mia. Sorry. Before it goes by, Jav says, I have to read this quickly, I was about to scroll off. When I was in the army, we had a pair of identical twins. One got kicked out. Then we went to the Sinai, and the other one started messing up. Someone said as a joke, maybe his evil twin took his place. Months later, the company commander admitted that he had their fingerprints checked. It is fascinating to me that identical twins do not have identical fingerprints. Like, I thought, the first time that I heard that, no, that clearly they would, because your fingerprints are genetic, right? Well, it turns out that fingerprints are actually a mixture of genetics and apparently, like, environmental circumstances inside the womb. It's really interesting how fingerprints are formed. And, at least to me, the fact that once they're formed, they are permanent. Like, there's this specific point in your life where your fingerprint is being created, and even for genetically identical twins, they have unique fingerprints. I think that's super neat. I would like to try to get this convoy, because I really haven't gotten any convoys recently. Oh, that wasn't a clean hit. Oh, that was, though! Oh, we are just dismantling this asshole. This is great! Oh, can I blow it up now? Oh, get him! Get him! While I'm driving, Samlander, I so want somebody who knows about Dungeons and Dragons to talk about the... Yes, get it. Get it. No! Stop locking onto the wrong thing. I want somebody who knows about Dungeons and Dragons to talk about the... Nope, he's going to try to flame me. The Horde of Dragons expansion that's coming out. The specific one that has, like, gem dragons, because I don't know anything about that, and I'm curious about it. Also, the reason that I would ask Samalander is that he had mentioned when I brought it up to him via text chat earlier that his campaign in Dungeons & Dragons is very dragon-centric, so I think that this announcement would be pretty neat. We're so close to blowing this guy up, and he's like in super speed mode. No! Oh, don't you disable my car, asshole. Okay, hold on. Oh, they're just high-stepping right out of here.
Quickly.
Me is saying, oh, we are just dismantling this asshole. This is great. And I'm the evil one? But yeah, I also really enjoyed that story, Jab. That, yeah, I decided to check to make sure we didn't keep the wrong one. Samalander says gem dragons are a classic from several editions of Dungeons & Dragons. My world has a dragon conspiracy. So, like, Samalander, let me ask you, like, a lore question. When something comes out, like, it's highly appropriate to your ongoing campaign, right? This Gem Dragon expansion. How do you insinuate that material once it has been released? Do you just say to the players, hey, just so you know, we're going to add this? Do you start weaving it in ahead of time and then maybe quietly behind the scenes retcon a few things once the expansion actually comes out and you can, like you know what it should be now? Or... I'm just curious, or like, is it just like a known thing, like, hey, everybody, when this comes out, you're going to start seeing elements of this? Jump. Jump, I want the scrap! Samalander says, I am the arbiter of truth in my worlds. As the DM should be. Yeah, like one thing I've one concept that I share, whether it's when I'm introducing my nephew to Dungeons & Dragons, or we've been talking about Mia when she plays her first game, is, you know, check with the DM and go with what the DM says. Because you're not going to win the argument. You know, you're not going to win a disagreement, or at least I don't feel like it would be satisfying to do so. If the DM is fair and you abide by their arbitration of the rules, you can keep the game going and learn how this campaign works. And if it's different than how you might have expected, sometimes that's fine, and you just go with it, and it's cool. And if the DM is not like a fair arbiter of the rules, which I don't think would ever apply to Samalander or Geek or anybody that's sort of like in our sort of wider sphere, if the DM weren't fair, you wouldn't want to play with them anyway. So, like, rather than having the fight about it, just, you know, abide with what the ruling is and see how it goes. Like, sometimes the DM might have to make a choice or, like, arbitrate a rule that might not feel popular in the moment, but it can wind up being really important for balance reasons, and you may not have all of the information for why it's going to work that way, and maybe it will become apparent later. So when in doubt, go with what the DM says. Cleanup crew, we did it. Hold on. This is great. Let's make this let's go to Gutgash's stronghold and build this. This project part can be used to build the cleanup crew project in Gutgash's stronghold. Yeah, let's go do this. It'll officially be the thing that we succeeded at this stream. Yeah, as Samalander says, if the DM is not fair, then you should leave the game. But here's the thing. I don't think you can ever argue with the DM to become fair. If the DM is somebody that you have to fight with in order to, like, accept the, like, dude, look, it's right here. It's like, this is the rule. Look at it. I did this build because this is fair and unambiguous. And the DM is going to, like, argue with you. It might just not work out. And that's fine. But, like, for me, I would always want to check with the DM to say, like, hey, this is how I think it works. Is this, you know, or this is the vision that I have for my character. Maybe, like, the long-term, like, character development. How does that sound? Does this seem like it can work well in the campaign? And if not, then let's, let me course correct. Okay, Gut Gash's Stronghold. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, let's get back here. I want to build this. Oh, wait, hello to Markwack, who says, I'm not sure about gem dragons, but a gem, J-E-M dragon, uses a holographic computer to live a secret life as a rock star. Well, unfortunately, Markwack, I have to say that only applies some of the time, because the rest of the time, gem is like some tween indie rock star who doesn't use holograms at all, and also is at the helm of an astonishingly boring live-action version of Gem. Like, if you ever wondered to yourself, hey, what if they did a live-action version of Gem and the Holograms, which is the animated series that Markwack is referencing, but completely missed the point, so that there were no holograms and they weren't truly outrageous, and instead just sort of like YouTube bloggers who were making it big. Oh! Markwack says that deserves some cheer. Well, it deserves more cheering than the movie got, but Markwack, thank you very, very much for the 1,000 bits. So, yes, for like, and Markwack, if you're just joining, we've actually spent a portion of the stream revisiting 90s nostalgia. This is where I'm going. We talked about Masters of the Universe, thumbs up. We talked about Fear Street, or at least the movie, which is really, I don't think has anything at all to do with the old Fear Street books, but arguably could touch on that. And now you're bringing up Gem and the Holograms, which I have to say, I did watch some when I was when I was whatever age it was that Gem and the Holograms came out. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I liked it. I liked the music and I liked the artwork. I didn't give a shit about like Gem's like useless boyfriend tool bag, but even at that age, I have to say, even at that age, I liked the fact that it was a series about women who were like doing their own thing. And the men in the series were very much sort of like, the men in the series were treated like the women are in most children's entertainment, where they were just sort of like present. They didn't, to my memory, ever really do or affect anything. They were just sort of like, oh yeah, and then there's like Gem's boyfriend, who's like the manager of the band, who, like, who the fuck cares about this dude? Nobody cares about that dude. It was all about Gem and the Holograms. Yeah, cleanup crew. Okay, assemble a crew that will collect scrap from all defeated vehicles. Oh, that's awesome! Look at this. We don't have to stop and collect the scrap for the vehicles that we blow up. These guys will do it for us. I will probably not remember that that's a thing, but we did it. That's great. Scrap is automatically collected from all defeated enemy vehicles within the Stronghold's territory. Now, before I go, so the Stronghold's territory is surely Parch Moon, but does that territory expand at all? Like, do we ever, like, get to claim new territory? And if so, does that happen when we upgrade the stockpile down here? Because I upgraded the stockpile, and I gotta confess, I don't actually have a clear idea on what it means. Let's go look at it, because maybe it'll tell us. I'm actually holding down the sprint button, but this is... Max is not in a hurry today. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I pressed A. We're going to upgrade it. it like makes the stronghold better in some kind of unspecified way. Has helped the stronghold grow. Okay. Well, catwalk, check. Astrology sphere, otherwise known as the sky. Okay. I'm sure this is good. Like it's not even ironic. I legitimately believe that this is going to help me in some way. I just... Wait, no. It helped them. They're worshipping an anchor. How is that good for anyone? By which I mean me. Stop it. Go join the cleanup crew. Well, that's a note to go out on. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave and then save it, because I feel like the last time that I ended on a stronghold upgrade, I don't know that it saved, and then I had to do it a second time. Well, thanks for coming to episode 6, everyone. The episode where we got everybody to worship an anchor. I feel like we did a lot more than that, but that's sort of the note that we're going out on. So we are ending here because we are going to go grab a quick snack and then join Mia in the Sandbox Discord for the latest episode of Kyber Shards, which again is going to be done by Eric, Philip, Casey, R.A., and Colin. That is the entire crew. It is actually up on YouTube right now, so if for any reason you cannot make the watch party, please do check it out on YouTube. That will help give them a view. Give them a like, give them a subscribe. It costs you nothing, and we would very much like to see Kyber Shards continue as entertainment. Chivalry is saying that every society needs a good anchor, but yeah, but like a metaphorical one. It needs to root our society in shared ideals and common values, hopefully ones that lift up the weakest among us to say that there is value in all humanity, not a literal chunk of iron that sits there pointlessly. Oh, I'm so depressed by how we ended the stream, but I will not be depressed when we rejoin for Kyber Shards. That said, as we go out, let me just take a very quick moment to once again thank Marquack for the 1,000-bit cheer. Azaric, who resubscribed, as he said, oh my god, you know what? It was also a year. Azaric, please be here. I really celebrated the fact that it was a resubscription, but not the fact that it's our 1-year anniversary. He is here. Azaric, thank you so much for this, for the resubscription. I would stream under any circumstances. I do stream and have streamed to empty rooms for long periods of time. However, it means so much more that we get to share this journey with you guys, and the fact that people stream or gift streams or cheer, it really means more than I can say, especially, I'm not trying to dance around the bush. Facts about real life are frequently kept a little bit abstract, because I want to make sure that we can always focus on the here and now. And welcome to the Fae, by the way. The Fae has been here. The Fae came over, I believe, with the raid, and has now stayed the entire time. If there was a follow and I missed it, I'm going to scroll back in time, but it doesn't always show. But the Fae, if you've enjoyed anything that you've seen here, know that we will be back for many more adventures just like this, both in this game and Aegis Rim, which is on the PlayStation 4. So thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that we were able to provide some entertainment. And yeah, to every follower, subscriber, lurker, visitor who stops by and just decides to hang out in the background, thank you so much for your participation. There's another thing that's not said nearly enough. I am out of time, so we are now going to, let me just make sure. And Cara Luna had also raided. So yeah, let me just make sure that we got all of that shout out goodness there. And we are going to now find somebody very quickly to raid. And thank you all so much. Yeah, I don't know if I can say it better than that. I feel like that's the best note that I can go out on. Just a great big thank you to everybody. And it looks like Imu Do You Moo 2 is now live with her most recent episode of Alan Wake, and I would love to support that because I'm so happy that she's had a chance to go back to that. So we are going to do Imu Do You Moo 2. And we will see you, all of you over there in just a few moments, followed by, we will be jumping out to Mia's Kyber Shards watch party, but definitely lurking in Moo's stream and checking in, because I am so excited to see her views as she rounds out that full playthrough, followed by the DLC, and then returns to her live playthrough of Control, because there are so many important crossovers between Alan Wake and Control. That's why she decided to revisit that. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.